Who's ready for an adventure?
One beautiful day leads to another. Good morning. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Terrible sleep last night, unfortunately. Mosquitoes were out in full force, and they're out again this morning, but that prompted me to get up a little earlier than I have been recently. I also had a very motivational dream. I was sitting in a lecture, and it was early morning, and I was listening to things I didn't care about, and then a song came on in my head. Rise up, feel the power, rise up, seize the day. And all of a sudden I was a Maori warrior, and I was up and full of energy, and I just burst out of class and went and did active outdoor things, and that motivated me to get up right now and seize the day. Seize the day, carpe diem.
There isn't a whole lot that I've done on this trip so far that has not been for the sake of survival. But this falls into that category. I have no fishing rod with me, no rifle, no real purpose other than to get out here and just take this in and enjoy it. Picking some cattail shoots, so it's not an entirely frivolous trip.
After taking some time to enjoy the morning, Roy and I got to work.
Roy and I are headed off on a bit of an expedition this morning. The plan is to ensure that the rest of the bush road is passable for my brother's arrival in a week and a half. Mosquitoes are out today. I won't break for long. Here is an obstacle. Cannot be cleared. So all that's left is to find out how deep the mud is. And that seems pretty solid. So I think we'll be alright with this one. And here we are, where this bush road becomes a somewhat better maintained bush road. And from here on out it is passable. So I did a decent bit of clearing, and I think we should be good to go now. I'll take a few minutes to look around here, see if there are any strawberries. That's what I'm hoping to find. They should be getting ripe soon. Found those strawberry plants I was hoping for. Turns out they are still flowering, so they're a long ways from fruiting. But nonetheless, you can make a tea from strawberry. So I'm going to go ahead and pick some leaves and flowers, and that will be my tea for the day. Here's one carrot. Not very large, but they can get bigger than that, and if you get a bunch, then you've got a decent vegetable for the day. So I'm going to see if I can find a few more of those. This is actually yarrow, which can be used, I've never tried it, but I've heard that it can be used as an antiseptic poultice. So you get a cut, get a bunch of this stuff, crush it up, put it on said cut, and keep it there, and it helps it to heal. I found a few more carrots hidden in with the yarrow there. I don't know if I'm going to get that one. Aha! That big honking carrot. Bigger, but they still get much larger than that. Anyways, I'm going to keep digging. Get a little collection going here. Now here's a welcome sight. Sumac. And again, shoots are edible once you peel them. It's been a little while since I had any of these, so I will happily grab a few of those for the road. Here we have plantain as well. See this growing in your garden a lot. It's same use as yarrow. You can use it as an antiseptic poultice. You can also eat it, I've heard. Seems like it would need to be chopped and boiled in order to be edible, though. We're going to leave that one here. So as I'm harvesting sumac here, I'm trying to be mindful not to over-harvest any one plant or area too much. You want to make sure that they can regenerate that which you harvest, and there's more left for next year. So as with many things, I think I've already showed this, but the sumac shoots need to be peeled, and then the inside is crisp and juicy. Easy now. Starting to get a little bit tough. The ones I had a week or two ago are more tender. But that's generally the way of it as the season goes on. The shoots are tender at first and then they get tougher, more fibrous. This feels good though. Walking down this trail in nature, eating the sumac shoots, cattail shoots, and rhizomes that I've harvested and prepared. Just getting back to nature. Certainly quite tough and tiring at first. Still pretty sure I'm a bit malnourished, but I'm getting there. I'm getting my footing. That was today's big adventure. Had my lunch on the trail. Time to go home. Don't get off balance from me. Have some water, and I think have a nap. Wake up refreshed in the afternoon, clean the pike, cook it up for dinner, and work on the tripod for smoking fish. That's the plan anyways. Plans can change.
I'm pretty pleased with how that went. I think I did just enough, but not too much so as to overexert myself. I brought lunch, I made sure to take breaks, eat something, stay hydrated. I managed to get back just before noon. I got an early start and I accomplished a good bit, so I'm happy with how that went. Now I'm back in camp. I'm just going to rest for a little while, regain my energy because I am pretty tired. Definitely find that with the food that I'm getting, there's less of it, and probably, well, it is less calorie dense, less variety in terms of minerals, nutrients, things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna rest up, recharge, and then get going again this afternoon. It was a productive morning though. Aside from clearing the trail, I did a good bit of edible plant gathering. I got a bunch of cattails this morning before the trip, and then on the trek I got some sumac shoots, some strawberry leaves for tea, some wild carrot, quite a bit of leaf there, so I'll have to process those, separate the carrot from the leaf, and then I got some raspberries as well. Now I do have raspberries growing here, but like I've said, I don't want it to harvest too much from one area and end up depleting that resource, so I brought some in from outside. Anyway, so there's some raspberry, there's some strawberry. I'm going to need to dry those. I haven't talked about this yet, but with most teas you can dry the leaves. There are exceptions like cedar and wintergreen. Cedar and wintergreen have to be wet plant matter. But generally speaking, when you dry the leaves, it makes the tea more flavorful and more potent. So I'm going to lay those out on the cattail mat that I made. Now this would be where if I had two of them and of the specifications that I was looking for, then it would be good to lay it out on there and then maybe sandwich them in between so airflow still gets through, but it's not going to blow away if you get a wind. But anyway, so I'll lay those out to dry and rest up for a little bit and come back to that in the afternoon. Just went for a swim and I made myself a new little friend. Hey, buddy. Hey. I had another one on me when I was in the water. I watched a little rock bass come up and eat it off my leg. Thank you. This guy's gonna go in the fireplace. I care not for you, leech. So these are the wild carrot roots that I gathered. They're pretty, well, they smell and taste the same more or less as domestic carrot. I cut the leaves off them, I ripped the root hairs off, and I've been soaking them in water to both soften them up and to loosen the dirt on them. So I'm going to give them a little scrub with my spruce brush and then toss them back in the water to further soften them. They tend to be a little bit tough. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm thinking I might make a soup. So I have the carrots, some cattail shoots. I got one rhizome, sorry, one rhizome came up when I was pulling up the cattail shoots today, so I'll toss that in there as well. And then I've got the pike, so yeah, I might do a soup. We'll see how things go. The black flies are out now, and I also noticed the deer flies are starting to come out more. Definitely when we were on the trail, the deer flies were out. But yeah, right now the black flies are thicker than they have been in the last few days. Anyways, not as bad as they were the first few days, but they're here, that's for sure.
Decided to go ahead and make a soup tonight. So I've got my carrots in there. I'm going to get them started first because they'll need to boil for a while. Also obviously got my pike on the go. So I'll get that cooked, and once it's ready, I'll put part of it in the soup. And to go along with the carrots and pike, I'm going to cut up some cattail shoots and rhizomes. So we'll see how this turns out. Not something I've tried before. These carrots have been boiling for a few minutes now. I'm now adding the rhizome that I harvested today, so it is uncooked. I'm going to toss a few more in there, but they're cooked already, so I won't add them just yet. And I think the pike must be getting close to done, / is done, so I'm going to toss some meat in there as well. We're getting close here. Put about half the pike in, all of the rhizomes. Just about to add the cattail shoots, and I've never tried it before, but I've heard that the wild carrot leaves can be added to soups and stews, so I'll give that a try. Why not? I've got them. Put them to use. So I've got some shoots chopped up here. Those go, and then some of the leaves also chopped up. I'll just give that a few more minutes and then we should be all set to go. So the soup is done now, at least I think it is anyways. This is your finished product here. See how it turned out. Broth tastes pretty good actually. It's could obviously use a little bit of seasoning, but the basic flavors are all there.
not bad. It's food. It will sustain me. And that is the important thing. It's a nice hearty soup. So I'll get my fluids, get all sorts of stuff actually. So I'm happy with that. Wow, bird just flew right over my head. Anyways, the two main challenges of this trip, as planned, were the living off the land, so the food, and then the lack of an enclosed space to retreat to when the bugs come out, so no tent. The food I'm starting to get the handle of. I'm getting some good staples. I'm getting some reasonably frequent protein from fish. The sleep matter, I do my best, or the insects, I do my best, but yeah, I really find I'm losing sleep because of it. Yeah, the dragonflies are coming out, and I'm hoping that that will really take a toll on the black fly and mosquito population, and deer flies as well. Deer flies are starting to come out now, but it's more the mosquitoes when I'm sleeping is the biggest thing.